Good morning, and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to take a look at the Ingentis Athletes Shadowstock PDF from Catalyst Game Labs. So, a quick overview. This was released by Catalyst in 2020 for Shadowrun 6th World. It is the first in the Shadowstock line. From the PDF, it says that Shadowstock is a new line of PDF products for Shadowrun 6th World that provides a group of NPCs built around a common theme, as well as new character options connected to these characters. So, basically, we're going to be getting a series of PDFs that look at just different NPCs that you can throw into your game for whatever reason. And I'll get into that a little bit here in a couple of minutes. Let's see. It is 17 pages long. It is only available in PDF, and it has a price of $3.99 US. So, pretty affordable if you're just looking for something quick. So, some of the highlights, it comes with 10 different NPCs. They are all variants on the troll meta type. The 4 different variants are the Cyclops, the Fomorian, the Giant, and the Minotaur. All of them are slightly different in the character stats that you can get with these meta types. And when you're building your character, they're all taken as if you were picking the troll meta type for your character. In addition, there are 3 qualities. Now, per the rules, these qualities cannot be taken as on their own. You only receive them by taking one of the new meta types. One of the qualities is the Cyclopean Eye. Pretty obvious which one that goes with. Then Dermal Alteration, which belongs to the Giant. And then Goring Horns, which belong to the Minotaur. The only one that doesn't have a quality, obviously, is the Fomorian, which is because they're talked about how they're basically, very human looking, very, they're the prettiest of the troll types. So basically that's their advantage, is they don't look so bad to a human. All right. So, as I said, they're considered trolls for priority. In the character creation rules, you're going to see less, when you're building your character, you get less karma for the Cyclops, the Giants, and the Minotaurs. You get less karma for building out your character, selecting, skills, things like that. The attribute ranges are, like I said, slightly different. In most cases, they're the same, but you may see 1 point higher for the maximum or 1 point lower for the maximum off of the standard troll stat line. And as I said, the new qualities can't be purchased. They're only gained by taking the meta type. So what did I like about this PDF? First off, I really liked the theme. It's not just about trolls. To me, it's also about different 6th World sports. Each of the NPCs comes with a short piece of fiction. It could be sportscasters describing what's happening in a game. It could be reporters talking about what's happened to the particular NPC. Maybe they were injured, and so what are they doing now? But there's always some little story that if you read into it beyond just the backstory of the particular NPC, there's actually a lot of information. There's a lot of things that you can use as character hooks, adventure hooks. Different ways to bring these NPCs into your game, or take your characters in a direction you want them to go based on the backstory of these NPCs. Some of the sports that they talk about are Aziball, which is based on the, and I'm going to destroy this name, so I apologize, the Ulamalitzli? Wow, sorry. Or court ball. Basically, think Aztec, the Aztec basketball sort of game. Only apparently it is a lot more violent. So one of the characters used to play that. There are a couple of descriptions of football, urban brawl, and the Underground Combat Authority. I like the fact that for a $4 PDF, they actually include some new rules, and rules that are very useful. Obviously, they've used them for NPCs, but if you're looking to make your character a little bit different, instead of just making a troll, you get something new. And while the qualities are technically, meta type specific, I don't see why a game master or player couldn't take those qualities and use them in other ways. So it definitely gives you some options, and just with the amount of content, I think it's very, very much worth the cover price. I also like the fact that you get the 10 NPCs. It was really fun reading the different stories. It wasn't a consistent narrative across the PDF, but it was a bunch of fun, different little stories throughout the entire thing. Now, what did I not like about it? First off, it was missing some of the sports. Like for the Eileen Stryker O'Shea, it's clearly describing something, but it doesn't say what. It doesn't even give us a name that we can build off of. It does imply that she's in some sort of a league, but that's really all I got out of it. Another example was the Tarantino Lokison. They just mentioned the WCCL and don't say what that is. So it may exist somewhere in the Shadowrun lore already. And unfortunately, since I've read more of the Six World content, I don't know what it is. So put a comment down below. I'd like to know. So that was a little frustrating. I wish they would have expanded on this. All of the NPCs are some sort of a sports, type character. They were a player. They're now a sportscaster. Something. To me, the main reason I didn't like the fact that some of the sports were missing is because of how prevalent it was, because of how involved the theme is. When you don't know what sport they're playing, to me it was very noticeable when it was missing. The other complaint I would have, which if you've watched any of my other Shadowrun 6 World reviews, is the amount of art. On this PDF, there were only 4 pieces of art, including the cover art, and not all of them were related necessarily to the topic where they were placed. I realized that commissioning new art is not cheap, but I think with now 30 years of they did Shadowrun 30th anniversary last year, but with 30 years of Shadowrun, I wouldn't have even minded if they used some of the older art, just some simple black and white art, just to fill it out a little bit more. A couple extra pages of PDF because of the art, isn't going to be a catastrophe. So, in conclusion, I liked this PDF. Obviously, it's a little bit limited as far as how much content it has, but I think they struck a good balance between content for game masters and content for players. The fact that players have technically 4 different options for their character types. I think that's great, and especially for a $4 product, I think they did really well there. I absolutely recommend picking this up on DriveThruRPG or from the Catalyst website if you want to go to them directly. Regardless, I really liked it. Now, one last thing, in case you were wondering, Ingentis means huge. Yes, they literally called the PDF Huge Athletes. I thought it was kind of funny. I had no idea what the word meant when I saw it released, but when I was doing this review, I figured I'd figure it out, and I thought that was a nice little Easter egg to put in there. Obviously they're talking about trolls, so kind of obvious. But anyways, I hope you liked it. Please do like the video, and if you haven't already, I would absolutely appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. I'll be trying to get more regular content out. But regardless, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.